Now, Fox 54 Legal Connect with attorney Katanga Wright.
Hi, welcome. I'm Jackie, and we're here today with Katanga Wright again. How are you?
I'm great, Jackie. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you for being here as always.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to get some expert advice today. This is an interesting Facebook message question that we got.
Okay.
It says, does refusing to take a breathalyzer or blood test automatically result in a license suspension when you get a DUI? I'm supposing they're talking about that. So can you walk us through the process or the key aspects of Georgia law when it comes to DUI?
Yeah, absolutely, especially with this license thing, because a lot of people want to protect their license, right? Because people, no matter what, want to be able to drive and get around and do the things that they're used to doing. So it used to be that a refusal was a good thing, and it didn't really have many consequences. When I first started practicing DUI law, we would tell everybody, refuse the test, no issue. Now there are some consequences. They recently changed the law so that if you refuse the test, it's an automatic 1-year suspension.
Right.
Now, if you take the test, there's still a 1-year suspension, but you're eligible for a limited driving permit to reinstate your license, in fact, after 30 days if you take a DDS risk reduction class.
Okay.
But the consequences of taking the test is that you've given the prosecutor the evidence needed to prove if you were in fact above the legal limit that you are per se DUI. So how do you weigh the balance? If you feel strongly that you haven't had enough to drink but the officer thinks you have, it may be a good idea to refuse the test.
Right.
You should always ask, though, for an independent test as well.
Okay.
In Georgia, you're allowed the right to an independent test.
Okay. So do you do that at the hospital?
You would do that at the hospital. In fact, the law permits you to be able to arrange that test. So it kind of puts the officers in a bit of an awkward position to have to try to do this. But the most important thing is that you talk to an attorney within the first 30 days of getting a DUI, whether you refuse the test or taking the test, because you have 30 days to appeal that suspension, and then we can fight about whether or not it was a valid refusal. We can fight about whether or not the officer had probable cause to stop you at that administrative hearing to be able to prove that the administrative suspension should be dismissed. So there are some benefits to moving forward with appealing that suspension no matter what. Okay.
Well, I think that there's a whole lot of questions that we have on this. So, and I have more. We'll talk about it later. But if you want to find out more, just reach out to Katanga and her firm. Thank you.